Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Dungeons and Dragons, and we're going to talk about problematic content in OSR 1980s games. Specifically, and this is really a response to a short done by We Love TTRPGs. So, first of all, it's a short, so it's a minute long, and you're welcome to watch it. The link is below. And I would encourage you to watch that. You don't have to watch it to enjoy this content, but it will give you more context. And it's a minute long, so check it out. All right. By the way, so I'm really gonna tear this guy's concept. I think I think every single word he said in this short is wrong, and I'm gonna go to town on it. But I want to be clear. I think this guy is very smart. And I think he's really unique within the OSR community. And so why is that? Why is this guy different from regular OSR champions? So first of all, I really strongly dislike OSR champions. I don't like anyone who champions OSR games. I really do. With an extremely few exceptions. I would say 99 out of 100 fit into the same box. And I don't like them, right? So what is that box? Highly prejudiced, curmudgeon. I'm old and I don't like this new thing. Right? Like I absolutely, I'm getting older. I'm 54 years old now, and I desperately don't want to be old man shouting at cloud. I just don't. And there's so many people that run headlong into it. They make it in their entire brand. They're like, oh, I'm old and I complain about new things, and you're like, no one's gonna listen to you, right? But this guy is really different. So We Love Art TTRPGs. He looks like a modern day, Vincent Price. And I think he's going for that look. And hey, it's tough getting clicks. So whatever you got to do to move your channel forward, I get it. But this guy genuinely loves old 1980s OSR games, right? And why I think, and so I don't think he's just old man shouting at cloud, and also a lot of times that is done to preserve hatred and prejudice. And this guy is not doing that. He really loves these old games, and I don't think that his main jam is preserving his prejudice, and that's unusual. Now, the reason why I can see this guy and understand that he's not the same as every other OSR champion out there, in most OSR champions, is because Ben from Questing Beast. He's another guy who just really loves OSR stuff and is a genuinely good guy. So this does happen. It is rare, but it does happen, right? And so this guy's very smart. He genuinely loves these OSR games. Now, my issue is that doesn't make them any less dangerous for anyone. And him putting them forward is dangerous, in my humble opinion, right? So, really, and I don't think he intends to, put people in danger, but I really do think you really need to know what you're doing when you move forward on OSR games. And here's the next, and the reason why we're talking about this is you'll see the first thing, the title of the video is problematic content in OSR games keeping you from playing them. So the part I love is he's admitting there is problematic content in these games. That's another issue is most OSR champions are like, oh, you little snowflake, there's no problems here. It's not really a problem at all. But he's being intellectually honest, and he is calling out that there is a very, very real problem here, right? And then he's talking about it, and he's saying, okay, I'm going to grant Scott's position that OSR games are highly, highly dangerous, right? And actually he might not be going to the point of highly, highly dangerous, but he's absolutely saying there's a problem here. He's calling out that these OSR games, all of them, have problematic content. And then he's moving forward to answer that issue. And so my thoughts on this short are extensive, and we'll take multiple videos to kind of detail out. And the point of this video is that not all OSR champions are horrible hate mongers who are using nostalgia to preserve their hatred and their prejudice. And this guy's one, and some OSR champions are intellectually honest. And so I really think that warrants studying in depth what this guy said. So thanks for going on this journey with me. Every single word you just heard is my humble opinion. I'll continue my thoughts. Check out this guy's channel. He's just like me. He's working, hard at TTRPGs, and and sometimes we have to go, and you're like, well, wait a second, didn't you say this is dangerous? Sometimes you got to go in a dungeon. We're like, okay, and that's the thing you should understand. When you go to his channel, you're in a dungeon. There's monsters here. You better have your sword and board up. Every single word I just said is my humble opinion. The important part is when I get to hear your humble opinion. When you get in the comments and send your traffic, please consider liking and subscribing, and have a fetch millennium.